Hey guys, it's Lucia from emeraldstitchcraft. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So keeping it short and sweet this week, which I'm sure I always say and then upload a 40-minute video. But yeah, this week I have not been able to do much crochet. I took a few days basically off from crocheting or knitting after my last market. I basically just, I was exhausted and I just needed a day where I wasn't frantically prepping. And that day turned into a week. And then I did a big order from Hobbii just to get a load of yarn back in for my market stuff. That arrived. I was going to do a yarn haul, but honestly it's just a load of black cotton, a load of orange cotton. I suppose actually I'll show you the colours that I got. I bought 3 new Sultan Shadow cakes so I could do more shawls, so I will show you those. Give me 2 seconds. So I got this one here. It's like a blue, the black going into the blue. This is colour 16. So colour 16 is saying that it's the black denim colour, so I'll show you. So beautiful. It's almost looking like baby blue, like greyish blue on the camera, but it is a lovely, like, it is a real denim-y kind of blue colour. And then I got colour number 10, which is the grey one, which I'm fairly certain, yeah, it's just black grey. So that's this one. Again, stunning. And then I got this one. Oh, the centre pull is hanging out a little bit. So this one here. So it looks almost bluish. I thought it looked really blue, but then when I actually hold it up next to a blue, it's not blue. So this is colour 17, which is black indigo. That's that one there. If it looks smaller than the others, it's because I have already started a little bit, and you are starting to be able to see that gradient kind of come into it. So I'm very excited about that. I just sort of started that one because I'm so paranoid about how long it can take to make shawls. I really just wanted to get it going. So yeah, and then it was just, yeah, just black cotton. I got 2 greens, it was black, whoa, black cotton, 2 greens, 2 purples, and then a bunch of oranges. So nothing terribly exciting. So yeah, that's just basically the only exciting yarn that I got. So yeah, now media wrap up. So the last time I spoke to you, we had watched An American Werewolf in London. Now, full disclosure, we are about 4 movies behind. 100 movies in 100 nights. It's a lot. And coming into now, getting into like the sort of darker evenings, obviously me and my husband are big gamers, and Borderlands 4 came out, so I've been wanting to be playing that. He has Hades 2, and then like Battlefield 6 is going to be coming out soon, so our evenings are getting pretty kept. Plus I got so many emails from this month of games on my Steam wishlist that have released, and now the autumn Steam sale has started, so I'm gonna want to play more games in the evening. Plus add on to that with my husband working late and stuff like that, and then Tuesdays are a write-off because it's bake-off night. Hello. So it's a lot to try and make sure that we're watching all of the movies. And it was only when I was actually looking at Altnot's one, she does 5 movies, so she watches movies during the week, and then on the weekend she might watch a series, and then Sunday is just Gulag and a free kind of day. So I feel like I'm probably going to do that next year. Like, I'm already 60 odd movies into this, so I'm committing to it now at this stage. But I think next year I'm probably not going to do 100 movies. I might even just do like 50 and watch one every second night, that kind of thing. And then if I watch any more, it's still part of my 100 nights to Halloween, but I'm just not putting that added pressure of making sure we watch one every single night, because at one stage we were like 6 movies behind, and Sunday, I think it was Sunday or Saturday, one of the days was like, it was so rainy, it was horrible, it was amazing, and I think I watched like 4 movies in a day to try and catch up, but we're still 4 movies behind. So probably gonna try and watch 2 today and then maybe 2 tomorrow, and we should be kind of up to date. So yeah, that's probably just something that I will try and do to make next year's 100 Nights to Halloween a little bit easier. I think 100 movies in 100 nights is a big ask. considering my husband works late. We have games we want to play. We have other things we might want to watch, like TV shows. Like I've been rewatching Midnight Mass. If you haven't watched Midnight Mass by Mike Flanagan, I always call him Mikey Flanagan. Absolutely watch it. And then closer to Halloween, I'm gonna rewatch Hill House. I rewatch that every year. I just love it so much. So, media wrap up. After we watched An American Werewolf in London, we watched Oddity. This is an Irish film, and it is one that I will scream to the rooftops for people to watch. Every time Alt Nuts even like has, what are your movie suggestions? If you're not watching this movie, what are you tonight? I'm always just like, Oddity, watch Oddity. You have to watch Oddity. It's so good. It's Irish, I think, produced and directed. Most of the actors are Irish. I think it was filmed in Ireland, but it's just such a creepy film. It's so good. So I was just having a look at the synopsis to make sure that what I say wasn't going to be a spoiler. So basically this woman Darcy, her twin sister Danny, is murdered when they're supposed to be renovating this house. It's like someone is in the house and murders her. And so Darcy is completely blind, and she's like a medium, telepath. I don't know how they describe her, but basically she has like haunted items, and she can, when she touches an item, she can basically like see its history and what happened, that kind of thing. I think it's like you see secrets or something. But basically she brings this thing to the house that her sister was murdered in to try and see who murdered her and to avenge her death, I suppose. But it is just so creepy and so tense, and the fact that Darcy is blind, you can see the other characters like using that to their advantage to try and keep secrets from her and everything. It's just so good. It's dark, it's creepy, it's weird. It's just such a good movie, and it's acted so well, and it's top notch. It's one of my favorite horror movies. It's just one of those ones that like just creeps me out no matter what. Like, and the jump scare at the start gets me no matter what. I know it's coming and I still jump out of my skin. So definitely do yourself a favor and give that a watch. And then after Oddity, we watched The Stuff. I kind of went into this thinking it was gonna be more in line with The Blob, that it would show how this stuff came to be and all that kind of jazz, and how it was like getting bigger and bigger and taking over and all that kind of stuff. But I think the movie does start with like how they find it. It's just in the ground, like some dude just sees, hang on, that snow looks delicious, and eats it. Like that's a totally normal thing to do. Then it just sort of cuts to how like the stuff is just already there. It's already sweeping America, that it's this fantastic foodstuffs that people can eat. It's in every home in America, and then it just sort of goes from there. The main character is the same guy that was in that Q film, the Quetzalcoatl, whatever, film. And again, he's just an unlikable person. I think I just don't like his face. I don't like his acting. Maybe it's because the only thing I've seen him in, he is a really unlikable character, but he's not much better in this one. You know, he's not all the more likable in this one, but it was still a really good film. It was just that kind of ham, cheesy, over the top, silly 80s movie. It was a bit of fun. I really liked it. And then we watched Ghost Story. I think this is based on a book, and I'm fairly certain I might have the book on my TBR. Basically, it's like 4 older men they did something when they were younger, and it's coming back to bite them in the ass. And it just sort of goes from there. Really, really good. It's a bit slow. I think I gave it 3 stars. There was parts of it that felt a little bit dragged out, but all in all it was quite good. And then the main girl, I got kind of some Hellraiser vibes from her, not based on how she looks, obviously, but based on some of the things she would say, like the way she was kind of talking. It was quite good though, I did like it. And then we watched Psycho 2. This has been on my watch list for a good while, just because Letterboxd was giving it such a high rating. It's not a Hitchcock film, it's not directed by Hitchcock, so that was kind of what was holding me back, because I treasure the first one so much. I absolutely love it. One of my favorite films, one of my favorite books. It's so good. So when it wasn't by Hitchcock, I was a little bit apprehensive, and then when I looked into the director, he's directed I think like 20 films, and I've never even heard of a single one. Never mind seen them, never even heard of them. But Letterboxd gave it quite a high rating, so I was like, you know what? Let's watch it. It is good, considering the big shoes I had to fill in regards to the first film. And the story was quite good. It was pretty clever. A couple of good little kind of twists and that kind of thing. So I did quite enjoy that. And then it's still Anthony Perkins playing Norman Bates, so that was quite good as well. He's significantly older looking. I think it's like 20 years later or something like that. But yeah, basically he's out of prison, rehabilitated, and going back to the hotel. But it's kind of not what you think it is, but then it obviously is what you think it is, kind of thing, without giving too much away. It was really good. I did enjoy it, considering, like I was saying, how good the first one was. It had some big shoes to fill, so with that considered, it is quite a good sequel in that regard, which is probably why it has the high rating that it does. And then we watched Evil Dead Rise, the one from 2023, the newer one. Still has one of the best title card reveals of all time. That intro, when your one is like floating above the lake and like Evil Dead Rise just comes out, oh my god, so good. Like, one of the best title reveals ever. Also, I will never look at a cheese grater the same. Ever since that film, that gives me the heebie-jeebies even just thinking about it. It's disgusting. But I absolutely love this film. I think your one who plays the Ma is just phenomenal. It's just so gross and unnerving and weird and scary and creepy and all that fun stuff. So I thought that was a really, really good film. And then we watched The Wicker Man. I have never seen The Wicker Man. I had never seen it. I knew that there was a remake with Nicolas Cage. I think we've probably all seen that clip where he's like, "Not the bees!" I'm fairly certain that's that one. So I knew there was a one before that, but my idea of The Wicker Man was that it was just like boring. I thought it was like really old and nothing kind of happened. And like, I don't know why I'm saying really old. Most of my favorite movies are really old, but like, I thought it was a kind of, I had it in my head that it was going to be a really slow, boring, suspenseful movie, so it was just never top of my list. But coming into 100 Nights to Halloween, obviously I think I said it at the start, I was using this kind of as a way to really get through my watch list, same with my husband. So I was like, right, we're putting this on it because we have to watch it. And I just sort of threw it on one of the nights when I was knitting, and I was like, this is really good. Like, I was hooked. I think I watched it more than I was knitting. Like, it was just so good. From the second he steps foot on that weird little cult-like island, he should have just about-faced gotten the hell out of Dodge. Like, it was a really good twist at the end. It was such good acting. It was just, like, weird. Like, I think my husband hit the nail on the head when he was like, it's just Hot Fuzz, basically, but like without the comedy. And that is like, you have those kind of like small, we look after our own type vibes from this weird little community, and there's just this poor Catholic fella, the policeman, he's born and raised Catholic, and he gets onto this island where they're more paganistic, and like, you can see that it's also very much a commentary on like Catholics versus like pagans, and how like Catholicism wants to erase paganism, that kind of thing. It was really, really good. So I really enjoyed that, and I thought the pacing of it was really well. It was delightfully weird. Christopher Lee is in it, which I didn't know, and he plays basically like the mayor of the town, like the big boy of the town. And it's bizarre, but in an amazing kind of way. So it was really, really good. And then I watched Bride of Reanimator. So Reanimator is another one of my favorites. It's, again, delightfully weird and gross. He's basically like Dr. Frankenstein, but really super gross. So I love the first one, and I've had the second one again on my watch list for ages, just never took the plunge. So I didn't think it was as good as the first one. It was a bit of a letdown, but again, I still really enjoyed it. It was still odd. It still had like classic Reanimator vibes. He just kind of kept wanting to keep going and to keep remaking bodies. His research was not done, and it's ham and it's silly and it's over the top and it's gross, and I thought it was really, really good. So then we watched Creepshow, from the 80s, the anthology movie, written by Stephen King, Directed by George A. Romero. Need I say more? Really, really good. I think it's like 5 small stories. I think my favorite was probably the first one, which is Father's Day, where he just wants his cake, give him his cake. And then Something to Tide You Over, which had Leslie Nielsen basically getting revenge on his cheating wife. So they're really good. They're silly. Like the Father's Day one, well, I don't want to talk about it and give it away, but they are just really, really good. All of the stories were good. Those 2 were just my favorites. I did also really like this one, I can't remember the name of it, but they find like a box underneath a staircase and there's something inside of it. Thought that one was really quite good as well. Again, like I said, written by Stephen King, directed by George A. Romero. Ed Harris is in it, Leslie Nielsen is in it. Like, it's just brilliant. It's just ridiculous. And the costuming and the special effects and everything, it has that beautiful 80s where like the blood is obviously just red paint and like all the effects are practical and stuff. It's just brilliant. You just can't go wrong. And I watched the Creepshow TV show that's on Shudder, and I really, really liked that. So I wanted to put the movie on the watch list so that we could watch it as well. And then it was Return of the Living Dead. So bunch of punks, like literal punks. I'm not just being like, you little punk. Bunch of literal 80s punks go into a graveyard, and there's a compound that gets out and it brings the dead back to life. And it's not a film that has like an ending where they ride off into the sunset. Literally the zombies are just taking over, and there's just more and more and more and more, and they send more police and the police get eaten. They send more police and the police get eaten. And it's ridiculous and just so good. It was a lot of fun. Then we watched Event Horizon. I mostly did this for Sam Neill's absolutely batshit crazy, unhinged acting in it. It's a weird, horrifying movie. It's very sci-fi horror. It's creepy. Again, I love a lot of horror that's based in space because you're stuck. Like, where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, it's their job to go and investigate this ship, and it doesn't go well. If you've seen the film, you know it does not go well for them. Creepy and unhinged in like the best way possible. It's just so good. So then we watched House of the Long Shadows. I found this movie by accident. So my 100 Nights original film list was one that a couple of days before Halloween, or a couple of days before 100 Nights of Halloween started, we sat down and just sort of like thought of movies that we wanted to possibly watch. Any and all horror movies that we could suddenly remember, which of course as soon as you start trying to think of them, it's like you've never watched a film in your entire life. And so that was kind of the beginning list. And then it's sort of just like evolved. So I've taken movies off, put movies on. I have found other movies. So a lot of the Vincent Price ones, Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, they're ones that I'm finding as time goes on, and I'm adding them to the list and maybe taking off ones. Like, I'm not necessarily in the humour to rewatch. At the time I thought I was, but now when I think of sitting down in the evening or sitting down on a Sunday, I'm just on an old horror movie buzz. Like, I don't want to watch modern horrors, I just want to watch old ones. That list has kind of evolved, and House of the Long Shadows was one that I just came across because it was Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing and Vincent Price. So I was like, hello, one ticket to the show please. So I didn't know anything about this film going in. I just knew I had those 3 people in it and it was a horror movie. That's all I kind of needed to know. This was such a good movie. It's twists on twists on twists. Like, you think you have it figured out and you just don't. And then you think you have it figured out again and you still don't. So it's basically this writer makes a bet with his editor that he could write like a rom-com or something like that, like a romantic novel in 24 hours, and the bet is for like 20 grand. And so the editor is just like, you wish, buddy. And he's like, no, swear, I can do it. I can do it. And so he goes to this dilapidated old house as a way of like having refuge, that he can just focus on his work, and it all just kicks off from there. And like I said, you think you have it figured out and you just don't. And then you think, oh, now I get it. You still don't get it. Like, it's just so good. It kind of just keeps you guessing, basically, and I loved that so much about it. I thought that was really, really good. Then we watched Salem's Lot, the mini-series. I could have technically logged this as 2 films, and I watched it, because it is a mini-series, so it's 2 episodes, and I watched it in 2 sittings. So like Sunday morning I watched one half of it, and then yesterday morning I watched the other half of it. So I did watch it as it was meant to be, I suppose, with like the little cliffhanger in the middle, that kind of thing. Again, Salem's Lot is a book that I read that I absolutely loved. I just couldn't put it down. It was just really, really good. And I had only ever watched the newer film, the one that came out last year, year before last. Garbage, pure garbage. One of the worst films I've ever watched, and an absolute insult to the book. I really didn't like it. So I was excited to watch this one, and I thought this was a way more faithful adaptation even. I think because I was going to initially watch it in one sitting, but one sitting would have been 3 hours, and I was like, I don't have that in me to watch 3 hours of this, because since they could split it into 2, they could put way more into it. So there was parts of it where you're like, this is a bit slow, like we don't need this much context, you know, like let's hurry it up here, you know what I mean? But again, with a lot of older stuff like this, you need the historical context. So you do need to know that people would watch this as 2 separate movies, and that's why I chose to split it up, because I was like, I want to experience the way people did. Even though I knew what was going to happen, like I knew what the cliffhanger was and what happens after that, like I still wanted to end it there and to kind of get that feeling of like, oh god, I can't wait to watch the other half now tomorrow. So I think if you are going to watch it, I would recommend doing that. Just, I think it makes the viewing a little bit better to experience it the way people would have experienced it. And then lastly, we watched Burnt Offerings. So I, again, found this one. I'd heard the name Burnt Offerings, but I didn't know anything about it. I knew that there was a house and that they went to this house. That was it. But this was a great movie. This was so suspenseful, and it had you kind of like on edge when you were watching it, because you just started to see things slowly slip, and you started to see the family makeup and the family mentality just slowly decline, and it was just brilliant. And then I liked the ending. Again, I won't say anything, but they kind of hint at the start as to what could possibly be going on, but you're like, nah, that can't be. And then when you actually see the ending, it is really, really good, and it all makes a lot of sense, and it's just brilliant. I thought it was so good, and I thought the acting was great. It was a real slow burn of like a psychological thriller. I thought it was really, really good, so I was very glad that I found that and just sort of like last minute added that to my list. So I don't know what we're going to watch tonight. I have a few films kind of queued up. I might watch maybe The Fall of the House of Usher. I don't know. I also still really want to see the new Final Destination. I know I said I wasn't in the humour watching new films, but like there's 1 or 2 new films that have been on my radar for a while that I want to watch. Yeah, as always, I am posting it on my Instagram. I'm a little bit behind. I know I'm really bad at posting on social media. It's not like I don't have pictures. It's not like I'm not on social media and those pictures can be posted. I just forget to, you know. I open it up, I see 1 or 2 things, and that reminds me, oh, that could be really nice to make, or oh, I said I was going to do this, and then I just don't post on social media. I'm so bad at it, and it's something I'm trying to get better at, because social media will obviously help grow my brand, my channel, my shop, the whole thing. Even my listings on Etsy. I'm so bad at listing my stuff on Etsy. So I've been slowly listing more and more things to put up on Etsy, and I'm slowly trying to build my Instagram page to have more stuff and to reflect more what I'm making and what I'm doing. So yeah, if you want to see what I end up watching, I will post it on my Instagram. The link is always in the description bar. Okay, so the other part of today's video is just going to be a little haul of all the stuff that I have purchased. I say all the stuff, but it's really not an awful lot. I'm not someone that buys an awful lot of stuff. I'm not being preachy about overconsumption, even though it is a problem. I don't have a lot of money or a lot of space, so I might buy more if I had more of those things, but I don't. So first place that I went to was Tesco. I did get, it's not terribly exciting, but I did get like creepy fabric, creepy black fabric. It was like €2. I basically want to put this on my table at my next market because it is going to be a Samhain market, so it is going to be Halloween spooky themed. So I don't want to just like creep up, for lack of a better word, my table. I don't have a very exciting tablecloth. I just have like a plain kind of white beige one that I got from IKEA. So I'm in the process of trying to think of a new kind of different tablecloth I can get, but for now that was like £2 and it will spook up my table a little bit. But also, I don't know if you've been able to get some sneak peeks of my t-shirt when I've been sitting here chatting, but Tesco are knocking it out of the park with the spooky clothing, I have to say. So here's my full fit for the day. The joggers my mum actually bought for me. I wasn't going to because they were like €17 and that feels like an awful lot, and I already have a pair of black joggers, so I was like, oh, I don't know. But as soon as she saw them, she was like, boop. As soon as she saw them, she was like, Lucy, I'll get them for you. And then the t-shirt, it was £9 and I think I got it on the Tesco club card price for like £7. So this is the fit for the day and I absolutely love it. It's so comfy, it's so cute, it's so spooky. What more can you ask for? Then I had mentioned that I had gone to the range a while ago, and then I did go back a couple of days ago. There's not a whole lot of Halloween left. It's mostly Christmas is now taking up pretty much like a third of the store, and it's a big ass store. Like the range that we have came in from an old like B&Q or something like that, so it was huge. Like, and the Christmas stuff is 1/3 of the shop, like all down the side. It is insane. I want that same level of intensity for Halloween. Instead of just giving us one aisle, I want whole half of the shop. Give me more. But I did take a little clip of a few kind of little bits that I will just show you here. All of the wool and everything like that is like 100% acrylic, and it's not even like the soft acrylic, it is that real plastic acrylic that I suppose it would be kind of fun if you wanted to make something kind of disposable, that kind of thing. I have more than enough acrylic in my stash. I don't like using it that much. I didn't really have any use of that, but yeah, I thought it was a really good little selection that they had going, despite it kind of being pushed into the background now because of Christmas. So I will show you a few little bits that I bought. I did buy some stickers. Spoiler alert, I'm going to do a little show of the Halloween decorations that I did put up around my house. Yeah, I didn't get much anyway. I think I had mentioned, last time I mentioned going, I didn't actually show you my haul. I think I said that I put it on a post on my Instagram, but in case anybody didn't see it, I'm going to show the bits that I bought then, and then one or two of the bits that I bought this time as well. So I'm just going to do like a full haul. So, first of all, excuse the plastic, I got these novelty syringes. I really don't want to crinkle the plastic because I know that sounds horrible. They're just little fake syringes. I want to do some like spooky Halloween baking, and one of those is to put just like red sugar syrup in those that you can kind of like inject into a cookie or on a pie or something like that. So I thought they'd be kind of fun. And then I got the make your own diamond painting coaster with 6 coasters. So I'll show you here. Ooh. So those are the 6 coasters that you get to choose from, and then it shows you on the back that you get all of the different diamond pieces and everything like that, and the little tray. And continuing with the diamond art one, I did this one last year, and I did really enjoy doing it last year, so I'll show you here. So at the little Halloween pumpkin, got the little witch's hat on it and everything. It's very cute. So it's nice and small. You get all the diamonds that you need. You get a little frame if you want to display it, which I think last year I just put it on my TV bench. Yeah, and then I also just got these 2 little tombstones. They're just very, very cute. I think they're like ceramic or something. I'm not sure. I just thought they'd be cute, and then I might, if I can like maybe try and paint them a little bit, or I don't know, I'll put them on my little planter box. I'll actually insert a photo here. This is my planter box. It did have a heather in it. I think it was lavender in it, and it died a slow, painful death, and so I have this fake skeleton in it that I think it just sort of fits with the dead plants. I think it works, so I'm gonna leave him in there, and I might put these little tombstones in there with him. I thought they were very, very cute. And then the last thing I got was the Halloween engraving art. I absolutely loved these as a kid. Loved them. Where you got like a, I think this one only gives you like a little wooden thing, but you would get, it looked like a quill almost, the point of it, and you would just like scratch away the art. Absolutely love them. I'll show you the ones that you get. So you get those, I'll show you on the back. So the 2 skulls, the haunted house, little graveyard. I'm not sure how much my husband is gonna like it, because you know when you scratch it and you're just like, I can feel that in my teeth. So we'll see how this goes. I'm excited to give it a try anyway. I just love little silly Halloween crafts that I can do when I'm watching Halloween movies and stuff. So also I forgot to say all the prices. So I only know the prices in euro. I'll put up on screen how much they are in dollars anyway, just in case you're interested. So this was, the scratch art thing was €1.70. This, there's no sticker on it, but as far as I'm aware, I think it was like €6, which is not bad. It's like a euro coaster. This diamond art was €3.90. This tombstone, again, there's no price. I think it was maybe like €4. The syringes were $1.70. And then I got a packet of stickers that I have, some on the window, some on a cabinet. Again, you'll see it in the clip now in a second, but I think they are only like €1.50, €2. We'll say €2, round it up. So yeah, that's my little haul anyway of Tesco and The Range. And then I have a little clip here of my little Halloween decorations that I thought I'd show you, so I'll just let that roll here. So these are some Halloween decorations that are year round. This cool frame that just has the bat in the center. That is pretty cool. And then this bat photo frame. Oh, put it in focus. This bat photo frame and the little witch's hat. The witch's hat I made, it was too big. And it was supposed to be for my bookmarks, and I made it way too big, so I just kept it there. And that has Chewy. And then my broom and my scythe. The scythe was gifted to me, and the broom I got in the Hill of Tara. They're just part of my witch's practice. And then his sauna. So this was a decoration that I got in Dunn Stores last year, so I absolutely love that. And then over here we have the Pumpkin's Heads Deadly Diner tonight's specials. I have that up as well. I can't remember where I got that. I want to say maybe Dunn's or Penny's, something like that. It's just very cute, and so I put that up beside my fridge every year. You will have to ignore if my cabinets need a clean. I had already put the stuff up before I realised, but these are the stickers that I got in The Range. So they got them the first time, so obviously I can't show you the sticker sheet, but those are the stickers. And then these are my bats that I put up every single year. Absolutely love them. I do try and go more for like a swooping kind of effect, but my orderly brain just puts them pretty lined up, so what can you do? The rest of the stickers are going here. I don't want to show my neighbours. But that's the rest of the stickers there, and some tomatoes that are holding on for dear life even though it's getting a bit cold. And this is what my TV bench looks like. Ignore that terrible cable management in the back. There's my husband's Pokemon cards and his VR headset. Also ignore that mess in the corner. Just ignore a lot of things that you see except for the Halloween decorations. So that's all there. The pumpkins will get carved at one stage. And there you go. This candle is the best thing ever. How beautiful is that? So yeah, that is how things currently stand as of me recording this. I'm probably going to try and record it and get it up today. So it is the 30th of September. Tomorrow is officially the 1st of October and I'm so excited. It's officially October and I can't wait. I have you'll see in the clip, I have 2 little pumpkins. I'm probably going to carve those. I basically just spend the entire month of October trying to carve as many pumpkins as possible. Last year, I think I got like 8 pumpkins. I carved 8 or 9 pumpkins throughout the month of October. So I just carve them and put them out in my garden, and then when they go a bit manky I get rid of them. I just love carving pumpkins. I think it's so fun. So again, I put a movie on, I just sit and I carve. It's really good crack. For me, it's just how I get into the Halloween spirit. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I want to come in and say, hey, I am starting into my market prep. I have a double market now coming up in October. It's the Samhain market. So the owner of Fichere, Fiona, and the owner of Gauche, Evan, are combining forces. Those are the 2 markets that I generally tend to do. They're combining forces and they are putting on a 5-day long Halloween market in Rathmines, I think it is. And it's going to be so exciting. So it's Wednesday to Sunday. I'm doing Wednesday and Thursday. So it's it's a big deal to do a market back to back because markets do tend to wipe me, but I just love them so much. I absolutely love doing markets. I love meeting the other vendors. I love meeting different customers, chatting to different people, and the fact that this is like a Samhain market as well, it just makes my spooky witchy heart so happy. So I'm very, very excited for that. So I am going to be market prepping. I will try and remember to vlog. I want to try and basically not let it overtake me, like the stress overtake me, that I forget to record because I'm just so like hunched over goblin mode trying to get everything done. So my goal is to do a bit of a market prep video vlog type thing that I will take you along for. That is the plan. I need someone to hold me accountable for it, otherwise I worry it will not get done. So that is the plan. So expect to see more of that. As always, keep up to date with my Instagram, link down below, so you can see what I'm posting. If I'm trying any new patterns, if I'm making any new items, I will post them there in the lead up. And yeah, that's everything that I wanted to say. I hope everyone is excited for October and everyone is enjoying the Burr months as they're coming in, and everyone is having a really good 100 Nights to Halloween. Everyone's having a spooky good time. That is what this time of year is about. It's fun, it's spooky, it's our time to shine, ghouls. So let's just own it. So with all that being said, I won't keep you any longer. I'll let you go and I'll talk to you later. Bye!